रहता है ना. I have office, so yeah, sorry for the postpone. Sorry because I had to postpone couple of days. I had my birthday, so I did not remember that I had my birthday. So I had scheduled the stream, and then I suddenly remembered. Oh goodness, I have my birthday. So on 6th night I was supposed to take the stream, but due to my birthday, 12 बजे stream लूँगा या birthday मनाऊँगा. I could not take on that day. 7th also the same reason I could not take the stream, and today we are back. Cool. I hope everyone understands. I hope everyone understands. हम भी इंसान है थोड़ा, हम भी लाइफ एंजॉय कर ले. घड़ी कहाँ चला गया? व्लॉग्स पूरा दिन रूम में ही बैठते हैं. व्लॉग्स क्या बनाएंगे? The entire day I stay at room in my this room, this 4 दीवारी. इसमें आपको क्या व्लॉग दिखना है ब्रो? Anyways, let's get started, guys. I think we should get started. So hey guys, what's up? So for everyone who's joining in new, let me give you a quick introduction about myself. My name is Raj Vikramaditya. I'm generally known as Trevor in the programming community, and I am a competitive programmer by nature. Currently, I'm working as a software engineer at Media.net DirectEye. Prior to this, I worked with Amazon. Also, I am a cadet master at Codeforces, a 6-star at CodeChef. I've been teaching from the past 2 years. Also, I run a YouTube channel where I have 1 lakh plus subscribers. So the subjects that I generally take are competitive programming, data structure algorithms, C++ interview preparation. What about today? Today we're going to solve LeetCode Hard Problems, as the title should be suggesting you. So yeah, career as a developer subscription. So you can definitely check this out. Over here we have a lot of interesting topics that we generally take up. So I like for me, I take project reviews, someone does a resume review, a lot of people take mock interviews, where again, if you're willing to participate in a mock interview, you can request that guy that I want to be a part of your mock interview in the next episode, so he can conduct a mock interview of yours over there. So that there's a lot of things that goes off across there. So it's just 999 for 1 year. You can definitely check it out. Even if it's not 999, if you use the coupon code Striver, you'll get a 10% discount. And yes, you're gonna get a bunch of stuffs over there, and that's for 1 year. Also, this is the show that I take every Friday night at 10 p.m. where I discuss what kind of projects you should do. I review your projects. I give you different project ideas. I tell you what kind of features you can implement, how to basically learn and then make projects. I give you all these ideas over here. It's Friday 10 p.m. Also, my batch is running at Unacademy, which is named as Placement 2021. It's a 4-month track to crack coding rounds of top product-based companies. Had started on August 1, so we are almost 25% we have covered. So if you are willing to join, you can still join, because you're gonna get access to all the recorded lectures that I have taken, and also you can directly join from my the class that I'm taking. It's completely in English. Okay. Also, if you haven't joined the Telegram group, the link will be in the description. Make sure you check it out. At end, if you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. If you're watching the stream, the first and foremost agenda should be like the stream and share the stream as much as you can. Okay, so that should be it for the promotion part. Now, what are we going to solve today? So I have got LeetCode Premium. I know a lot of people do not have the LeetCode Premium. So in LeetCode Premium, you basically get an option of choose questions by company tag. So for an example, I've chosen Google as the company tag, and over here you get the difficulty, and over here you get the frequency, and I can select the time period. So what I've done is I've selected the difficulty to be hard, and it has sorted of if you see in the acceptance order, like the problem which is least accepted. So what I can say is this is the problem that is least people can do, and after that this. So I have decided that I'm gonna do these first couple of problems, and this one reverse pace. So 3 toughest problems on LeetCode Hard of Google. 3 toughest problems that you can get on LeetCode Hard asked in the last 6 months. अच्छा, लेफ्ट स्क्रीन नॉट विजिबल, मैं देखा ही नहीं. कोई नहीं, विजिबल करा देते हैं. अब विजिबल होगा. Now it should be visible. डांस तो मस्त करते हो या. Okay, I hope that's visible. थोड़ा सा मैं ऊपर से कट मार देता हूँ, नहीं तो फिर ये अब ठीक है. So you're gonna do कर देंगे यार, कर देंगे. 7-8 वीडियोस बचा है, थोड़ा आराम कर लें तो यार. इंसान हूँ यार, आराम भी करने दो थोड़ा सा. 40-45 वीडियो बनाने के बाद यार नहीं होता, नहीं हो पाता, टाइम लगता है यार. आप लोग भी तो छुट्टी लेते हो, मैं तो सिर्फ 5-6 दिन एक वीक छुट्टी लेता हूँ, ले लें दो यार. ठीक है, शुरू करें. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन व्हिच इज basically max points on a line. So I submitted all the problems before coming to this class. I have submitted all the problems so that we don't waste time. Okay, so this is the problem. Try reading this problem, and after that we can probably think of a solution. We're gonna basically do all the problems that are very tough. I will not say it's very easy. It's gonna be very, very tough. Can't you see the question properly? DPR देखेंगे मतलब. Is this month probably I'll teach binary search. Next month probably I'll teach dynamic no graphs, and then probably trees, so and so. I will just do one thing. I will दो वीडियो कैप्चर है. ओ भाई सर, कौन सा वाला मेरा है मेरे को नहीं पता. ठीक है, बाद में मैं इसको थोड़ा सा रिड्यूस कर दूंगा, आज के लिए इतना रहने दो. Okay, so read the question. Is the question visible? अभी मैं थोड़ा सा और मैं ना थोड़ा सा इसको देखता हूँ, रुको. ये वाला नहीं है. ओके, वीडियो कैप्चर, इमेज ट्रांसफॉर्म, एडिट ट्रांसफॉर्म, ये भी नहीं है. लॉक करता हूँ. ओहो, लॉक प्रीव्यू. एनीवेज मैं बाद में इसको फिट करूंगा. I'll make sure the next class I'll have this sorted, man. Okay, I'm getting this sorted as of now. Cool. And now let's have this display capture. अब visible होगा I guess. लॉक प्रीव्यू, ये क्या है इसमें? Yeah, now looks perfect. अब सही होगा. Let's read the question now. Let's read the question. So I think everyone has joined, so please like the stream. So everyone has joined, so let's read the question. The question states, given the array of points, okay, the question states, given an array of points where point I is xi, yi, so point I is xi, yy, represents a point in xy plane. Return the maximum number of points that lie on the same straight line. So over here, all the points lie on the same straight line. Like if you draw a straight line, you can say there are 3 points that lie on the same straight line, right? So if I go down, I've been given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've been given 6 points, and I can see these 4 points lie on the same straight line, or else I could have said these 3 points also lie on the same straight line. Now you can draw multiple lines. Yes, you can draw multiple lines. There can be this line also, right? There can be this line also. There can be multiple straight lines. But the question is, which is the straight line which gives you maximum number of points, and I can say this is the straight line that gives you the maximum number of points. Has everyone understood the question? Can I get a yes if you have understood the question? Can I quickly get a yes if you have understood the question? Can I quickly get a yes if you have understood the question? I can move forward to thinking like what is my general thought process behind this. Everyone got the question? Okay. So any idea about how to this? How to do this? Any idea on how to do this? Okay. Is there anyone who has an idea on how to do this? So generally, one of the brute force solution that you should always give in an interview is Gitanji. You can read the question. The question goes by the name max points in a line on a LeetCode 149. Max points on a line LeetCode 149. Yeah, Google it and read it. So basically, what's the brute force solution that I can think of? The brute force solution that I can think of is I know if I can figure out like if I want to draw a line, if I want to draw a line, and if I can take all the subsets, like that's the initial solution that comes to my brain. If let's assume I take all the subsequences, like all the subsets that are possible. So if I can take all the subsets that are possible, like probably one time I'll choose this point 1 comma 1, next time I'll say I'll choose 1 comma 1, 3 comma 2, next time I'll say I'll choose 3 points, next time I'll say I'll choose 4 points. So if I decide that I'm gonna choose 2 to the power n subsets, like at max there can be 2 to the power n subsets. That's what I can think, 2 to the power n subsets. But if I'm choosing 2 to the power n subsets, how do I figure out that if all the points in a subset lie on a single line or not? Like for an example, if I take the point for 4 comma 1 is lies on my subset, something like 2 comma 3 lies on my subset, something like 3 comma 2 lies on my subset, something like 4 comma 1 lies on my subset. This, sorry, 1 comma 4 here. Assume these are the numbers that lie on my subset. How do I understand that they all lie on the same line or not? So I can say I'll consider this pair, this guy and this guy. I will consider this guy and this guy, and I'll get a slope. I'll get a slope of this. Okay. So assume the slope to be x. After that, I will take this guy and this guy. If their slope is also x, after that I'll take this guy and this guy. If their slope is also x. So if throughout everyone's slope like every pair's slope comes out to be x, if every pair's slope comes out to be x, can I say that they lie on the same line? Makes sense? So the brute force solution that comes to my brain, like the brute force solution that comes to my brain immediately is I'm going to try out all subsets, because that will make sure I try out all combination of points together. All combinations of points together will be tried out if I try out 2 to the power n subsets. So if I'm trying out 2 to the power n subsets, and then I can figure out if all the pairs are equal, like in this subset, if I carefully observe, in this subset, I can say there are 4 pairs, there are 4 points who lie, because they have the same slope, they lie on the same line. So I can try out every subset, and the subset which gives you the maximum number of points, that's going to be my answer. So interviewer will be like, yes, you're correct, but that is taking a 2 to the power n solution. I'm not looking into 2 to the power n solution. I want something better. I definitely want something better. So can you think of something better? Because 2 to the power n subsets is basically trying out every combination that you can pick. So have you understood this 2 to the power n subset wala concept? Like this should always be the initial algo that you should always give. Don't even jump into, like always try to follow a pattern. This should always be. Yes. So have you understood this 2 to the power n? I need a yes, and after that I'll move. I need a yes if you have understood this. Has everyone understood this? 2 to the power n वाला concept आ गया सबको? No, Sparsh, I'm taking 2 points का slope. मैं 2 पैरेलल लाइन का नहीं ले रहा, मैं 2 points का slope ले रहा हूँ ना, 2 points का slope ले रहा हूँ, right? I'm taking 2 points का slope. So इस point से अगर इस point का लूंगा, अगर दूसरा पॉइंट उसके ऊपर नहीं होगा तो कभी वो सेम स्लोप नहीं देगा, इधर होगा तो नहीं होगा ना, समझो. See, so in order to maintain that, just make sure ना एक पॉइंट को पकड़ लो. Like take the first point, ठीक है, take the first point. अगर 4 पॉइंट्स है, take the first point. Like if this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, this is the... take the first point, first का second के साथ निकाल लो, first का third के साथ निकाल लो, first का fourth के साथ निकाल लो. If they are giving x slope, just if you're thinking of parallel concept, you can take this. Everyone should give x slope. Now this will solve you the parallel concept. This will solve the parallel concept. You don't have to think of this. This will definitely solve the parallel concept. Okay? So this will solve. So idea is about slopes. So how can I actually convert this 2 to the power n into a better solution? So this is where I can think of. And improvise. Let's improvise. So I said, consider one point and try that with others. Consider one point and try that with others. So can't I do the same? I think I can. If I've been given n points, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, nth point. Can't I do the same? And I say, I'm going to consider 1, and 1 with 1, 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, till 1 with n. So I can get the slope with 1, everyone's slope with 1. After that, I do the same with 2. 2's slope with 2, 2 slope with 3, 2 slope with 4, because why not 2 with 1? Because that's already been covered here. Why not 2 with 1? Because that's already been covered. 2, 5, till 2, n. Again, I'll get some slopes. After that, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, and till 3, n. So can I say, if I assume that this is giving me x, this is giving me y, so I'll have a variety of slopes. So can I say the maximum count of slope that occurs is actually my answer? Think and tell me. Can I say the maximum count of slopes that occur will always be my answer? Logical, like mathematically. What do you think? If I'm saying 1 with 2 is my starting point, if I'm saying 1 with 2 is my starting point, then अगर कोई line बनता है तो उसी के साथ जुड़ता जाएगा, slope तो बराबर ही होगा. So if this slope is x, so 1 with 3 would have also given x, 1 with 4 would have also given x. So if there are multiple occurrences of x, I know that this is the first line that I can consider. Or else, if I say I'll take 2, 5, and if there are other slopes, they will keep on attaching with the slope, same slope y. Are you understanding? Since I am trying out every pair, so मैं हर pair का slope I am considering. So if there are other guys who are having the same slope, I can just use a hashing kind of a thing to do it. Are you getting this? It's still better than 2 to the power n. N square is good. I reduced it from n square to 2 to the power n to n square. So makes sense? Is everyone understanding this? Like थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आ रहा है? Is everyone understanding this? Is everyone clear with this? Can I get a yes? I'm not sure if you can use disjoints at union. Like, how will you use? I'm not sure about that. Probably see there exists multiple solutions you can try out. If you think your disjoint solution is correct, you can probably code it and submit it. But I'm not sure if you can. Like, as of now, at least I cannot think of one. So yeah, you can try out yours. Yeah, hashing will be done using hash map only. Hashing will be done using hash map only. या स्लोप के साथ एक कांस्टेंट फैक्टर सेम लाइन पे जरूरत नहीं है. अगर स्लोप आपका 45 डिग्रीज है, if your slope is 45 degrees, it's bound to be 45 degrees throughout. I'm not talking an equation of a line where I say y equal to mx plus c. I'm talking about a slope. If a slope is 45 degree, it's gonna be 45 degree throughout, right? If it's a 60 degree, it's gonna be 60 degree throughout. So yeah. Now you might say the backward slope minus. So yeah, we can deal with that. That's not a big deal. We will deal with that. Yeah, there is a delay in chat. There is a 15-second delay. इसलिए I ask and then I wait. Comment. इसीलिए. Okay, so everyone has probably got an idea, right? Everyone has probably got an idea about how to do this. Yeah, NC2. The maximum number of slopes can be n square. Yes, n square, NC2. NC2 will be the maximum number of slopes. Since you're assuming every guy with the other guy, maximum number of slopes will definitely be n. This came in Google. This came in Google. Now you might say, why? This is not that tough. No, this is tough. When I ask you to solve this question in 45 minutes covering all the edge cases, it becomes tough. When I ask you to solve this in 45 minutes covering all the edge cases with the by code, it is tough. Come up with a solution, discuss, cover all the edge cases, because there are still edge cases. Now, what are the edge cases? What if there are a lot of points which lie on the same point? There might be a lot of points which lie on the same line. Like, probably I can give you 1, 1 multiple times. How to handle that cases? You have to think on all these aspects, right? Answer is max of each column. No, answer is max of each slope. Whatever is the number of slopes that appear maximum, I can say that is what the answer is. That is what the answer is. Line, like, probably I can give you 1, 1. अच्छा ये आवाज आ रहा है. Okay, any doubts you can definitely ping me in 45 degree. नहीं समझ नहीं रहे हो तुम. 45 डिग्री मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं एक ले लिया हूँ, उसी के साथ 45 डिग्री बन रहा है. मैं एक पॉइंट ले रहा हूँ, मैं बोल रहा हूँ इसके साथ कितने बंदे 45 बना रहे हैं, बता भाई बता. इसके साथ कितने बंदे बना. फिर और एक पॉइंट ले रहा हूँ, बोल रहा हूँ इसके साथ कितने बना रहे 45 बता. फिर और एक ले रहा हूँ, बोल रहा इसके साथ कितने बना रहे बता. समझ रहे हो? मैं एक पॉइंट लेके बोल रहा हूँ कितने बना रहे. अगर इफ आई एम सेइंग with this point I have a slope of x, how many else are making a slope of x with this guy? If I'm taking 2 and there is an y, I'm saying how many with 2 are making a y slope. That is what I'm trying to say. Yes. It's basically trying, I'm taking a point and I'm assuming एक और लेके कि अगर x बना रहे और कितने इसके साथ भी x बनाएंगे तो वो लाइन बन जाता है. Got this? Has everyone got this? चैट्स डिले क्यों है भाई इतने? Yes, Raj. That's correct, Raj. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. Raj. How n square? Yeah, I'll code it, then you'll understand. When I code it, you'll understand. Okay? Let's code this up. So, guys, shall I code, guys? Should we code? A vector of int points is given to you. Vector of int points is given to you. So yeah, I'll just elongate it. Okay. What's the first thing that I should definitely take? I'm not sure map will work or not. Let's take map. So what am I storing? I'm trying to store slope. Slopes can be positive, slopes can be negative. Instead of that, what should I store? Like, you cannot store slopes because thoda sa precision error aa sakta hai. So I'll try to store a fraction. Dx, generally what is slope? Dy by dx, right? Sorry, y2 minus y. Dy by dx or dx by dy, whatever you can take. Dy by dx. So that is what I'll try to store. Dy by dx. Slope. Perfect. Now what I'll try to do is I will try to go across. How I'll start off with 0 and I'll go until probably points dot size. So I go until n and I just go on to I plus n. And something I definitely know is I can definitely start off from I. Okay, and I can go until n again. J plus plus. Cool. Now I'll try to store duplicate equal to 0. Why duplicates? What if there are same points? Like just imagine there are same points. So if you're considering one point and that's the other point is also over there, the slope will be like it'll be 0, right? So you have to also consider the same points. So I take dy. What's dy? Dy will be points, that's y2 minus y1. So I can definitely take something as points of I of 1 minus points of I of j of 1. Okay, I can take dx equal to points of I comma 0 minus points of j comma 0. नहीं डबल इसलिए मैं कंफ्यूज नहीं कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि देयर माइट बी प्रेसिशन एरर. द रीजन आई अवॉइड डबल एंड ऑल दीज प्रेसिशन एरर आएगा फिर कौन लेगा. इट्स अ बेटर दैट dx एंड dy स्टोर कर देंगे. better than that I'll store dx and dy. ठीक है. Now if I see dy equal to 0 and dx equal to 0, I will say they are the same points. I will say that they are the same points. Like they are the same points. I'll count them. Okay. Now what can I do? I need to store dy by dx. Now the question name is max points on a line. The question name is max points on a line. Now something like 10 by 2, like if this comes up as the numerator, like the dy, which is the slope, and this comes as dx, this is similar to saying someone else has 20 by 4, and it's similar to saying 5 by 1, like dy by dx. If someone's slope is coming like this, like if I'm not taking doubles, something like dy by dx is absolutely correct because 10 by 2 or 20 by 4 or 5 by 1 are equal. So what I'll do is instead of this, I will try to have like probably like I can have GCDs. Yes, I can have GCDs. That is underscore GCD. Just make sure you pass absolute of dy and absolute of dx. Okay, so I will have GCDs and I will say dy. Why don't you divide yourself by GCD? Dx, why don't you divide yourself by GCD? Okay, once you have done this, I'll say slope. Why don't you take this pair of dy comma dx and why don't you do a plus plus? Okay, makes sense. Now I need to count. So probably I can keep a counter equal to 0. Yes, I can keep a counter equal to 0. And what I can do is, if my counter, like I can probably keep it as maxi. That will make better sense. I can keep it as maxi. Now what I know is for sure something that I know, like that everyone knows is maxi comma duplicates. Like that is for sure the first thing that you will do. Why? Because I know there will always be 1 point or 2 points or 3 points which are lying on the same. So I say the same points will always be my, like on a line they will always lie. Or next time what I'll do is I'll try to iterate on the map. Okay, I'll try to iterate on the map and I'll say maxi, can you just be maxi comma, I know one thing, it dot second is the count of the guys that are having same slope. It comma second is the count of the guys having same slope, and I will do something like duplicates because they also lie on the same point. They're the same point. So probably this is the code. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure because I did it some other way, but I'm trying one more way over here. Okay, slope. I'm trying some other way over here. I did using unordered map, so I was actually division by 0. Okay. So there might be a case where one of them comes out to be 0. So let's handle that too. Dx is not equal to 0 and dy is not equal to 0. Let's handle that too. There might be a case where we come up with a 0. I was thinking about that too. So okay, are we done or are we missing something? Let's see. Maxi Panlo. Yes, I simplified, right? Shwetang, I simplified by dividing by GCD, right? I'll always divide by GCD. Shwetang, did you get your answer? अरे यार ये क्या हो गया इसको? आज तो ये चलता ही रहेगा, जिंदगी भर ये चलता ही रहेगा. I'm fine. I'm waiting for this lead code. क्या हो गया भाई इसको? वो भाई साहब ये क्या हो गया? मतलब इनफाइनाइट लूप पे पड़ गया क्या? अभी तो टीएल ही दे देगा. What is the problem? We are ignoring one case. Which case? Can you tell me which case? I'm not sure. I'm not sure which case are you talking about. ओ भाई ये चल जा. क्या हो गया आज? एक सेकंड रुको, इसको कॉपी कर लेते हैं तो उड़ जाएगा. रिफ्रेश कर ले. I'm using an inbuilt GCD only. I'm using an inbuilt GCD only. Anyways, if it runs, it's fine. Okay, wrong answer. Why did it give wrong answer? Let's check it out. Okay. Let's why did this give wrong answer? Let's check it out. Okay. We got it for 1 1 2 2 3 3. Output is 4. Expected is okay. Maximum id dot second plus 2. Cool. Let's check it out. What if it's a vertical line? No, that's not a vertical line. I think infinite का केस ही नहीं है ना. Infinite का केस ही नहीं है. ये क्यों इग्नोर कर रहा है? Why is this ignoring, man? फोर अगर मैं ले लेता हूँ वर्टिकल स्लोप. ओके ओके इसको रन करता हूँ. इसको हट कहाँ रहा है? ओहो हो इसीलिए फटाई है ना. ना जे को डाई प्लस वन चल जाएगा. सेम पॉइंट काउंट हो जाएगा. It did not work because map was outside, man. Arey, every time there will be new slopes, right? If you're doing this for every guy, we need to consider new slopes, right? Every time you're doing for the new guy, you have to consider the other slopes, right? Arey yaar. Wrong answer for this again. Okay, let's check this out. The inbuilt GCD might not work if I'm not wrong. The reason why, because नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स है, तो नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स को हैंडल करने के लिए मुझे खुद का जीसीडी लिखना पड़ेगा. ये तो दिक्कत हो जाएगा. ना ना स्टार्ट लूप ना ना ना. There's no need to. There is okay. Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct. We have to put slope inside because that is also counting. Okay, not an issue. If you're coming here, slope is dy dx. It sorry, कोई भी नहीं ले रहा है, क्यों नहीं लेगा? अगर 1132 है, अरे यार क्या पंगा है. डी वाई डी एक्स अगर जीरो नहीं है, जी सी डी, आई थिंक देयर इज जी सी डी का पंगा हो रहा है, if I'm not wrong, because I'm probably it would be some minus due to which there is a problem. Due to let's write a self GCD. ये GCD का पंगा है because वो negative ignore हो जा रहा होगा. There's definitely a problem of GCD. Arey, the inbuilt GCD doesn't work for negatives. So guys, if you're using inbuilt GCD, don't use it for negatives. That will never ever work. Remember this. That is never ever going to work. If you're using inbuilt GCD for negatives, it won't work. काम नहीं करता, इसीलिए मैं एब्सोल्यूट लिख रहा था. बट एनीवेज आप चल जाएगा. या अच्छा यहाँ चल गया, बट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ केसेस वेयर आई कैन शो यू दैट द इनबिल्ट जीसीडी डजंट वर्क्स फॉर नेगेटिव्स. या इट वर्क नाउ. जीसीडी का पंगा था. एनीवेज ये तो यूज नहीं हुआ, मैं अंडरस्कोर यूज कर रहा हूँ. I'm using underscore, but still, like, just to be safe, if you're doing competitive programming, I've seen a lot of cases, a lot of servers where the inbuilt GCD doesn't works. Okay, so now we'll move to the next question. Before that, let me just do something. $244 watching. हाँ, ABS की जरूरत नहीं है, वो मैं negatives भी होंगे, right? Okay, perfect. Let's have this question, which is wildcard matching. Again, a LeetCode hard question. Let's try this out. 250 dry run क्या करना है इसमें, bro? You're basically trying out with everyone, यार. You're basically trying out with everyone. That's it. You can also run this from 0. That's still gonna work. You can also run this from I. That's still gonna work. Why did I not run this from 0? It's very simple, यार. क्योंकि previously it would have taken that into consideration, na? One would have taken this into consideration previously, right? Okay, wildcard matching. Let's read this question. Yogabyte DB में interview question था ये. Okay, nice. Wildcard matching, please go through this question. It's a wonderful question. It's I solve a lot of questions, but I'm not sure, like, this question is something which I loved. So for everyone who's using normal LeetCode, you'll not be able to watch the solution. It's logged. It's because I have the LeetCode premium, इसलिए दिख रहा है. Since I have the LeetCode premium, hence I can see the solution. Otherwise, you'll not be able to see the solution. ठीक है? Otherwise, you'll not be able to see the solution. Time complexity n square log n. The previous time complexity was n square log n, and that is okay. That is completely okay. Like, if you see how many times I did try out, like I did this problem back in 2019 when I was preparing for Google, and after that I did it probably today. Today, yeah, 2142 is when I did 9. Is it today? Yes, but I just did it before class. I was trying out with different approaches. So yeah, I did it back in 2019. This also I think I've done back in 2019. Yes. See, this is how you practice. This is how you try. You don't just copy paste solutions. Don't copy paste solution. This is how you'll try. See the time. 12:53, 55, 56, 13, 13, 12, 13, 58, 14, 14, 14, 5, 14, 29, 14, 29. Took me 2 hours. But I was keeping on submitting. That's how you learn. Just going across into a discuss, taking out a solution, copying, pasting will never teach you, man. I'll never teach you. Trust me. Okay, so never ever do that. Okay. Cool. Please read this question. Please read the question. So always. So by the way, guys, please make sure you like the stream. Please make sure you like the stream. Even you. Is there a lag? There's no need to do iterative DP. If you're able to do memoization, stick to it. There's absolutely no need of doing iterative DP. I repeat, in interviews, recursion plus memoization works. Every interviewer is gonna accept it. Even the interviewers like if you give the memoization approach instead of iterative, because that's more intuitive and that is what generally the interviewers look for. I also take interviews. If someone says iterative, it's very tough to understand, but if someone says memoization, I catch it easily, and that is where I say, okay, this guy is very good in thinking. Okay, I'm not sure if previous question can be optimized further. At max you can use unordered map use kar sakte ho. Apart from that, I'm not sure if you can optimize this further. At least I'm not sure you can think of that. You can think of other solutions, but I'm not sure if you can optimize that further. I'm not sure. That is what I'll say. I did not found out a discuss solution better than n square at least. N square em, like n square. Yeah, it's an n square solution only. N square means why they write n square is they consider hashing to be big of 1. Generally in interviews people consider hashing to be big of 1 because in Java hashing takes big of 1, so that's why they write it. It's n square log n. Anyways, come back to this question, wildcard matching. Oh, Gaurav ke saath video. Yeah. He gave me the unlisted link. Is it out? So yeah, you can watch it after this. I have a wonderful video with Gaurav. Sure. Hey, cool man. Okay, Shatang is saying if star comes, we have two options. Either cover element or go further. But how further? That's the question, Shwetang. How further? Okay, Shwetang has a valid point. I'm not a very good guy in system design. Probably I'm just 1 year experience. Let me have some experience and I'll teach system design. Okay, let's understand the question. So the question basically states you'll be given a string. Okay, you'll be given an input string and also you'll be given a pattern. Okay, an input string and a pattern is given to you. I need to implement wildcard pattern matching with the support for question mark and star. So the question mark states you can match any single character. Okay, in a pattern you can match any single character. The star says you can match any sequence of characters including the empty sequence. Yes, you can match any sequence of characters including the empty sequence. The matching should cover the entire input string. Okay, so for an example, double A, like they do not match, so you can return a false. Double A star, so in place of a star I can put double A. In place of a star I can put double A, right? So they are bound to match. CB question mark A, CB question mark A. So probably what we can do over here is CB, there is CB, right? So in place of question mark I can definitely put a C. That is what I can think, that I can definitely put a C. But in place of B, like we have already A, so they do not match, so false. Coming to the next one, ADCEB. ADCEB. So I can say that probably in place of this star I can place nothing, and in place of this star I can place DCE. Okay, so that will automatically become ADCEB. So I can say true. Yes, I can say true. Similarly, this will be false, and the 2000 is the number of letters, which automatically gives me an idea that it's an n square solution that they are looking for, all lowercase letters. So yeah, how do you think of such solutions? Now, generally whenever such questions come up where you have multiple options, like as I can see over here, it's very straight that I have multiple options to do. If there is star, I can actually I can say the entire thing is matching or something like that. So yeah, I can probably think of a recursive kind of a solution. Like that's my first intuition that came up while watching this question. Okay, that's the first solution that came up to my mind, is a recursive solution. So what can I think? Let's think of recursion. What is the recursion that I can think of? So the question is wildcard matching. Wildcard matching. Now, this was asked in Google. Okay, wildcard matching. So basically I have a string and a pattern. So let's take this example, this one, ADCEB. The string is ADCEB, while the pattern is a star A star B. Okay, so basically I have a ADCEB and I have a star A star B. So probably like what are the options that I always have? If I say both are correct, like if I think of a recursive solution where I have 2 pointers, as normal, if I have 2 pointers, like I'm assuming you know DP, so I'm not teaching DP. I'm assuming you know DP, so don't say कि यार क्या भैया पढ़ाते समझ में नहीं आता है. I've recently seen a lot of comments where first year guys say यार क्या आके करता रहता है रात में, समझ में नहीं आता. नहीं आएगा समझ में. If you are a guy who's learning bubble shot, if you're learning switch case, obviously my streams आपके tangent ही जाएगा. These streams are specifically targeted for 4th year and 3rd year people who are preparing for placements/internships, given that you're prepared and you have an interview scheduled. So please, if you are someone who watches bubble shot, if you're learning bubble shot, don't come across and watch this stream. You'll not understand anything. And then don't comment एक video देख रहा था कुछ समझ नहीं आया. ठीक है? If you know DP, then only watch this. Otherwise, you'll be a problem. Okay. So something I know for sure is if S of I is equivalent to P of J. Okay, if S of I is equivalent to P of J, what do I can think of? Like what can I think of? I can say that's okay, they're matching, and I can move the pointer. I can say I move by 2 pointers. Like that's one of the recursions that I can think of. यार दोनों match हो गए, अब छोटा कर दे string को. चलो, let's reduce the string. Both matched. Let's reduce the string. That is what I can say. So that's one of the cases that I can think of. Both have matched. Why don't you reduce the string? Like if both have matched, I'm not concerned about that. Okay, I'm definitely not concerned about that. Now, what is the next thing that I can think of? The next thing that I can think of is if SI is not matching. Okay, or like if they are matching, that's absolutely okay. If they are not matching, then I can return a 0. Okay, that's one of the other things. If they are not matching, then definitely I can return a 0, because if they're not matching and if they're not equal to star and question mark and not equal to question mark, I can say they're not matching. Okay, I can say they're not matching. If they're not matching, I can return 0. That's a case when I'm saying they're absolutely not matching, not even star. Like they're characters and they're different. There's A to Z and they're different. Then I can return a 0. But I'm saying that they're not gonna match. Okay. What if, apart from this, can I say if even if they're not matching, and PJ, like the pattern guy, is a question mark, can I say then also I can say they're matching? Because in place of a question mark, I can definitely put anything. So I'll just put whatever is on the string. So if they're matching, or if they have a question mark, then I can just move the pointers. If they're not matching by any means, they don't have a pattern, they don't have anything, I can return a 0, right? What about the other case? Like, is there any other case? Yes, there is. There is definitely other case where I say the pattern is 0. Sorry, pattern is star. What if the pattern comes out to be star? Tell me the recurrence. Tell me the recurrence. Tell me the recurrence. I figured out for 2 movements. I just need to think of the recurrence. Just think of the recurrence. सोच के बताओ क्या होगा. Use Twitch. We can use commands for people asking DP. You can. I'm not sure. गौरव सिंह के साथ वीडियो तो बहुत सही कर रहे हैं. Think and tell me what if there is a star. Ankit is saying, Ankit, probably some midpoint. Midpoint will be the answer. You have to try out which is the midpoint. Basically, left height. Ankit, the answer to that will be, if you're standing over here, figure out the left height, figure out the right height. Okay, that's the maximum left and right. Basically, parent pointers बना देने का. पहले तो parent pointers बना देने का अंकित. फिर खड़े हो, इधर का देखो, हर एक नोट से इधर का तो मैक्सिमम को देखना पड़ेगा, डीपी लगाना पड़ेगा, in out dp लगाना पड़ेगा. You have to use in out dp in that case. Okay, so yeah, if you know in out dp, it's absolutely okay. Otherwise, there's a problem. You have to know in out dp basically. So it's an in out dp question, the question that you asked. Okay, I minus and j. Midpoint of the diameter. I have to argue on that. I'm not sure. Think on that. If that is the midpoint of the diameter. Probably diameter by 2 can be the answer. They can think on that, but in out dp is something which looks very straightforward. Like big of n solution मुझे in out dp दिख रहा है because I am a competitive programming guy. But yeah, without dp, I think it should be an n by 2. I'm not like diameter by 2. Diameter by 2. I don't see a negative edge case on that. Yeah, diameter by 2 can be the answer. I at least cannot think of an edge case. Probably there might be, or at least on a naked I don't see an edge case. Should be diameter by 2. Should be diameter by 2. Okay. Move pointer of mean string or either move pointer of pattern string. Yes. Shwetang is correct over here. Shwetang is absolutely correct over here. Shwetang is absolutely correct over here. What you can say is, hey, let's do one thing. Let's say that, for an example, let's say, I'll stand it here. Yes, I'll stand it here. I will say j to be j. Why? Why will I say j to be j? Because assume I don't just want to compare E. I want to compare DCE. So I have to move this pointer and I'll say star तो इधर ही रहने का रे. Star तो इधर ही रहने का. तू कहीं नहीं जाने का. Star तो इधर रहने का. You don't need to move anywhere. So what I can say is, I just move. Like that can be one of the cases where I say, hey star, you don't move because I'll require more characters that can be replaced with the star. I'll require more characters that can be replaced with stars. I need more characters that can be replaced with stars. Okay, one more. Now think of one more. Think of one more recursion. Think of one more recursion I'll give. Did you understand this? Did everyone understand this transition? I'm saying, hey, I go ahead and bring some more. So this will go over here. At the next time it will go over here. This is the moment where I'll say, okay, now I can replace. Now I can say star. Ab replace ho jane ka re. Think about the next condition. Think about the next condition. Think. सोचो. Next condition का सोचो. Okay, someone is saying तीनों condition. Okay, तीनों condition तो नहीं है bro. Okay, someone is saying why don't you move both? Okay, makes sense. Makes sense, but does it make absolute sense? If I move both, does it make absolute sense? If I move both? No. Like a lot of people will say me 2 conditions. A lot of people will say me this. A lot of people will say now move both. And then again start comparing. Okay, makes sense. But I can also say this, like instead of this, I can also say this. Move, like keep I as I and move j is j minus 1. I can also say this only this and this will cover all the three cases. I'll be like, how Striver, how will that cover? I will say how will that cover. See, what I said was I will not write this. Okay, I said I will not write this. What did I say? I will not write this. ठीक है, ये नहीं लिखने वाला मैं. So can I say this? Can I say this? If I have for this example A B C E B, A B C E B I have, and I have star A star B, star A star B. Okay, this is what I have. I have star A star B. So can I say if I am standing here, for example, and if I'm standing here, so what if the recursion comes up and performs this? So this will move here. Now what if there is another recursion which performs this, where it says let's move this? Do you think it will cover all the cases of movement of stars also? Because BC हो गया तो अब भाई तू पीछे आ जा. So in the next recursion, like I could have done on the same recursion where I say I minus minus j minus minus, but I don't want to write a lot of stuffs. Can I say this will also work? Because at the next step I'm moving j, I'm keeping I and I'm moving j. So basically first time पे ये हो जाएगा and next time पे जब आएगा तो ये कर लेगा ये अपने आप को. Did you understand this? There's no need to write for same, like there's no need to write one more, because this together actually means I minus minus j minus minus, this together, because ultimately they're gonna be not, since it is recursion, they're going to be operated together somewhere down the line, right? Did you get this? Somewhere down the line they will be together, right? There's absolutely no need of writing the third condition, which, like, if you write, it's absolutely okay. What I'm saying is why. Again, Adrito, there's no need to remove duplicate. Like if there are consecutive stars, it'll automatically take care. ये j minus minus take care करेगा ना, automatic. J minus 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 automatic take care करेगा. So why do you need to remove duplicate stars? Has everyone got it? Has everyone got it? So I just write down, can I say these are the recurrence relationships? These are the recurrence relationships that you get. After that I can write about the edge cases. Have you got it? I need a yes if you have got it. About all the recurrence relationships. Like what can be my thought process of recurrence? I'll not do any recurrence tree. I'm solving LeetCode Hard, so I'm assuming you know recursive tree and everything. I'm just trying to think of patterns. I'm trying to think of patterns. Need a yes from everyone. Need a yes from everyone, guys. Need a yes from everyone. सबको आ गया? Recurrence patterns. Has everyone got the recurrence patterns? Come on, guys. Tell me. बताओ. Okay. So someone is saying, can you draw recursion tree for small input? Recursion tree nahi hai. LeetCode Hard. No point in drawing recursion tree, man. Try to draw it on your home. Generally, when you grow up to a stage, there is absolutely no need of drawing recursion tree. Just it's automatically comes up in your head. Okay. Try out the recursion for all strings in S, ending with the character before star. I don't think that's the answer, because after, how will it handle for star? No, I did not get Shwetang. Can you just elaborate? अरे श्वेतांग, j माइनस माइनस एग्जीक्यूटेड हो जाएगा ना. j माइनस 1 ऑलवेज, तो क्या होगा, वो पीछे आ जाएगा, राइट, एंड इट विल गेट एग्जीक्यूटेड. देयर आर मल्टीपल स्टार्स, j माइनस माइनस इज हैपनिंग ना व्हेन यू आर स्टेइंग एट I, so j माइनस will happen, right? Got it, श्वेतांग? Got it, श्वेतांग? चैट का डिले. ओके, साहिल इज सेइंग लास्ट वाला केस. फिर से देखो, लास्ट वाला केस कुछ नहीं है. तुम इधर खड़े हो, ठीक है, पढ़े ना श्वेता, ठीक है. लास्ट वाला केस कुछ नहीं है. तुम इधर क्या बोलोगे कि भाई स्टार, अगर यहाँ पे स्टार है यहाँ पे कुछ है, तुम क्या बोलोगे कि भाई अभी और चाहिए मुझे, तो तू बोलेगा कि आई तू पीछे या जे तू रह, ठीक है। या फिर तुम बोलेगा कि नहीं भाई अब और नहीं चाहिए, इतना तक ही चाहिए था, अब एक काम कर तू स्टार को हटा, तो क्या बोलेगा जे तू पीछे है, आई तू उतने जगह पे रहे, तो ये अब इधर आ जाएगा और फिर इधर और इधर से कंपैरिजन शुरू। See, I'm not teaching DP. I'm trying to build up recurrence so that we can write the recursive solution. Okay, code पे जाए, shall we go to the code? I'm not sure if I can write this. इसको मैंने बहुत पहले सबमिट किया था, आज तो किया नहीं है. Let's see. I need a DP. What's the size of DP that I require? I know that I require a DP of size of s dot size p dot size and comma minus 1, and I can say return the recur. I can say f, and I can say I'll pass on n minus 1 or s dot size minus 1, p dot size. So anyone has a problem, put it in the comment, and बाकी लोग help कर दो, Shwetang and everyone. Can you just help them? Just put it in the comment and Shwetang and everyone will help you. Now Shwetang is a, I don't remember other names, but Shwetang, Pranjal, DB, like ये लोग तो रोज आते हैं streams पे. I don't remember other names, but yeah, they come up a lot of times. Code Editor is one. Then if for loop, there's no need na for loop. Why there's need of for loop, man? So I'll write int and int m, and I'll take the string s, I'll take the string p, and then I can take the dp. DP यहाँ पे declare, then I can take the dp. So generally, if you're doing an interview, like if you're going in an interview, always take dp like this. Don't declare it globally. It's a very bad practice. Do not declare it globally. Okay, if you're doing LeetCode and it gives a TLE, then you can do it. But if in an interview, generally people don't run the code, right? Don't submit it on LeetCode generally for interviews. So in interviews, in coding notes, you can use global variables, but in interviews, this is the way that you can definitely pass the DP. Always pass DP like this. Okay, so let's forget about all the cases and let's think about the normal case. Like I'll write the base cases afterwards. Base cases afterwards. Let's think of what are the cases. I can say s of n is equal to s of m, and probably I can keep something like int, a boolean, res equal to false, and I can say or the pattern of m. The pattern of m should be equal to question mark, and in that case I can say result should definitely be equal to something which is f. I'll go one down, I'll take string, I'll take p, and I'll take dp. Okay, perfect. That's what I can do. Or else if it's not among them, then I definitely know it's a star. So if it's a star, I know there can be two cases. One of the cases can be where I say f, hey, you reduce, you stay the same. Or the other case can be, hey, you stay, you are like this, you are like this, you are like this, and you are like this. Okay, perfect. And at the end, I can directly return the rest. So that is how I can think of a normal recurrence. And can I say the base case can be if both have been exhausted, like if there's a case when both have been exhausted, I can say return true. If the pattern gets exhausted, for an example, if the string has not got exhausted and the pattern got exhausted, then it's a return false. That is what I can think of. What can be the other base case? N is greater than n might be lesser than 0. If n is lesser than 0, just in case if n is lesser than 0, then the entire string from 0 to m the entire string from 0 to m should contain of stars. And if it doesn't contains of stars, like if it doesn't contains a star, it cannot contain a question mark, that's for sure, because question mark cannot be changed with empty space. So if it doesn't contains a star, then I can say false. And if throughout the for loop it only contains a star, I can return it's true, because the entire pattern can be now empty. So I think this should be the solution. Let's check it out. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So this looks out to be the solution for recurrence. And now you know how to implement DP. You know that how to implement DP. So how to implement DP now? What's the state that are changing? N and M. So at first memorize. So N, M, and over here it's very simple. If DP of N, M is not equal to -1, I will return DP of N, M. Okay. So yeah, that's how you memorize, and I think this should work. Is it submitted? Let's see. Okay, okay. I forgot to have a unmatched case. I forgot to have an unmatched case. So guys, don't do this. Like, don't submit it. Since I'm doing it live, that's why I'm submitting it. Like, if you have normal, don't submit it live. Time limit exceeded. Time limit exceeded के लिए just make sure instead of vector intent use a DP. Like the time limit exceeded can easily be solved. Instead of a vector int use that stuff. वो ऐसे ही हो जाएगा. The time limit exceeded is basically going for that reason only. चल है. अभी क्या हो रहा है? क्या लिख रहे हो तुम लोग? Just memorize this function. Yeah, I memorized. So yeah, the time limit is specifically coming for vector. Like that's because we're passing in parameters. It's taking a lot of time. But yeah, I have this accepted solution where I haven't passed by ये नहीं है. रुको, मैंने आज भी एक सबमिट मारा था. ये रहा. कहाँ गया? ये रहा. यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया, वो आई हैव डिक्लेयर्ड ग्लोबली. And rest apart everything has almost stayed same. I've declared just globally. Apart from that, yeah, everything looks pretty dope, pretty straightforward. So yeah, that's what I'll tell you guys. Just make sure whatever you're doing, put it into a int dp instead of a vector. Vector वाला तो tl दे दिया. Vector वाला तो tl दे दिया. So बहुत बड़ा इनपुट है शायद, इसीलिए tl दे दिया. पर ठीक है, कोई नहीं, कोई नहीं. तो इतना बड़ा भी नहीं है, पता नहीं टीएल क्यों दिया. तो देख लेना, मतलब ये वेक्टर वेक्टर हटा के थोड़ा सा सबमिट मार देना, चल जाना चाहिए. आई कैन नॉट सी अ रीजन व्हाई इट गिव टीएल. अरे इट्स ओके. should not give you a TLE at least as I can see. पास स्ट्रिंग पे रेफरेंस हो, कॉपी बना रहा है. ओ हो. इट्स ऑलवेज क्रिएटिंग अ कॉपी. होली शिट. आई विल गिव TLE. तो हाँ, अपसाइड चल जाना चाहिए. चल गया. Okay, string or reference because it is creating a copy every time, so it is taking a lot more time. Lol. Thank you, Sanskar. Thank you, Sanskar. Yeah, solved. Time limit exceeded. Thank you, Sanskar. Tabulation DP नहीं होता है. Tabulation DP नहीं होता है. Recursive DP, ये वो दिल होता है ना. Recursive DP is that. क्या tabulation is some recursive. If you don't understand, I don't think you'll be able to write tabulation. Recursive DP is DP. Tabulation DP is ठीक है, मतलब टैबुलेशन डीपी में आई ऑलवेज फील लाइक, हाँ वो लिखा है इसलिए मैं सोच रहा हूँ हाँ ऐसे लिखना पड़ेगा. मुझे तो भाई नहीं आता टैबुलेशन. लाइक आई डोंट गेट एन इंट्यूटिव आइडिया ऑफ टैबुलेशन इफ आई डोंट राइट आइटरेटिव. दैट इज माय केस. Bhaiya, don't mind, but I want to ask. See, I can assure you that if you sit from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you'll not solve three problems, will you? So this is the answer to Chirag, who says, Bhaiya, don't mind, but I want to ask how these sessions are productive for us sometimes. It just feels like time waste. Sit for 10 to 12, and I can assure you, you will not be able to solve three problems. You solve it if you can. And not by yourself, you'll never be able to concentrate for 2 hours. And over here, you engage in a discussion. A lot of people throwing in comments. Well, you see how I code. That is also a very important aspect, because just solving a problem is not what you need. Like, a lot of people will never take DP over here. They'll always take DP like this. They'll always take DP like this. That's a very bad practice. Look at the clean code. These things you basically learn from these kind of sessions. Look at the cleanliness of the codes. Look at how compact my code is. Like, very clean, very straightforward, right? Very readable. So these things you understand. Again, the pattern of explaining. How am I explaining the solution to you? Like, whatever I'm thinking, how am I explaining? You can take inputs from there and you can use them in your interviews. Because in interviews also you have to explain. Nah? How will you explain these kind of things? So this is where you can say, okay, Bhaiya has explained us like this. This is the pattern how we can follow. So yeah, productive in this way. Yes, yes, yes. The time complexity comes out to be around n into m. That's what the time complexity comes out. And yeah, the space complexity is also n into m. That is what you're taking. Generally, the number of different states that you will find is n into m. So the time complexity boils down to be n into m. Ankush, don't watch. A regular expression matching the similar question, you can try it out. Okay, next question is reverse space. Uh, it's one of my favorite questions. Like, I absolutely love this question. Like, if you cannot solve this problem, don't ever say you know merge shot. Okay, merge shot is asked in a lot of people will say merge shot is asked in an interview. No, questions like this stand up comes up in an interview, which is basically a derivative of merge shot. No one will ask you merge shot, but a derivative of merge shot might be asked. So this is the question, which is a gem of a question. So yeah, I want you guys to go through this question. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. My first placement was at GFG. The second placement that I got was at Infosys of 3.2 lakh. कभी कहानी सुनाऊंगा उसका भी. The next was at Amazon. नहीं, placement तो नहीं थी, that was an internship. And the next was on at Mnet. And yeah, these were my placements. No, count inversions and this is not same. That is what I wanted to tell people. Count inversions and this problem is not same. I wanted to go through this problem quickly. Count inversions and this is not same. If you think that you're going to do it using count inversions, it's wrong. सीटीसी मेरी सीटीसी 3 करोड़ है. खुश हो जाए. प्रूफ थोड़ी लगता है कि नहीं. Highest package that I got, like, once I got famous, I started getting a lot of packages because of my fan like following जितनी है उसके वजह से packages मिलते हैं. But like, I get a lot of offers where they say कि like 50% software development, 50% teacher. These kind of roles I keep on getting and काफी high packages मिलते हैं, but I don't want to shift to teaching. That's why I don't take these packages up. count inversion के time बीच में binary switch. Okay. Well, let's understand this question. Has everyone understood this question? So basically, it is wanting you to figure out how many pairs of I comma j. Driver भैया question को देख के या practice. No. Definitely not Pankaj. That is never the answer. Merge short, but it's not similar to inversion pair. Yeah, I passed out from a college which is known as JGEC. 2020 year. 2020 year is when I passed out. You can just Google my name, you'll get to know everything. कुछ मत करो, जाके ये लिख दो, सब आ जाएगा. ये लो, सिर्फ ये लिख दो, कुछ भी लिखो स्ट्राइवर, वो आ जाएगा. स्ट्राइवर का पता नहीं आएगा कि नहीं. ये स्ट्राइवर लिख दो, मतलब पूरा इतिहास आ जाएगा. कुछ मत लिखो, स्ट्राइवर लिख दो, कहीं पे भी जाओ, यू विल गेट टू नो अबाउट मी. ठीक है, जस्ट राइट स्ट्राइवर एंड यू विल गेट टू नो अबाउट मी. Okay, let's understand this question. Reverse pairs should be the last question for the day. The question is basically very straightforward. 1 3 2 okay, let's take 2 4 3 5 1. 2 4 5 3 1. Okay, so this is what the array looks like. Okay, this is what the array looks like, and they're basically asking you how many pairs of I and j are there. Basically asking you how many pairs are of I and j are there, such that I is lesser than j. Okay, and they are basically asking you a of I should be, and at the same time a of I should be greater than 2 into a of j. Okay, how many pairs are there? So it's very important that you always consider the thing I lesser than j. So if I write the brute force in order to explain you the question, the brute force will look something like this: I0, I lesser than n, I plus plus. Okay, and I can say, since it is clearly stating I lesser than j, since it is clearly stating I lesser than j, so if you write I j equal to I plus 1, because that is where it starts, and then j lesser than n and j plus plus. Okay, so if you write this, and after this if you write something like, if a of I is greater than 2 into a of j. Okay, so basically count plus plus. That's what the question says. That's the brute force approach. That's the brute force approach. Okay, that's the brute force approach. So the brute force approach will be big O of n square. Okay, the brute force approach will be big O of n square, and I hope the brute force gives you an idea about the question. Now, how do you basically solve this question? The main problem that lies over here is a of I should be greater than 2 into a of j. Yes, a of I should be greater than 2 into a of j. Okay, so that's the main thing that we require. So how do you think you can solve this? What's your thought process? Any idea? Any idea, guys? Anyone with any idea? So basically the pairs over here will be 4 comma 1, something like 5 comma 1. I don't see pair any. और कौन सा पेयर है भाई? 3 पेयर कहाँ से आ गए इसके पास? How the hell did they get 3 pairs? 2 4 5 3 1. 2 3 2 4 3 5 1 है. It's 2 4 3 5 1. 2 4 3 5 1. So the next pair is definitely 3 comma 1. Yeah. What if we divide element by 2 initially? Okay, 2-pointer approach. 3 1. Okay, can we use stack? No, you cannot. You The reason you cannot use stack is there's a lot of reason. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Guys, you cannot use stack. There's a whole lot reason why you cannot use stack. How do you divide each? No, 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 no. Okay, let's understand how you will solve this problem. So, if you know merge sort, I think you should be able to solve this problem. So let's take a very so I'm assuming everyone knows merge sort since you are doing a LeetCode hard problem. So in a merge sort, there is a step which is known as merge. Okay, there is a step which is known as merge. So if you do some modifications to the merge step, yes, if you do some modifications to the merge step, then it becomes an easy problem. Okay, then it becomes an easy problem. But yeah, you can do this using FAANG victory, but FAANG victory will end up using some external space which I don't want. Like merge sort will also use recursive stack space, but that is okay. But I don't want you to use memory space, like your system memory. Stack space is okay. So in the merge step, if I can do some changes, I think that should work. So let's imagine if on the left hand side I have something like 5 not 5, let's say 10 comma, not even 10, because the left side will be merged, the left side will be sorted in the order. So let's say 2 5 9 12, let's take this, and on the right side again that will also be something like 1 3 3 and a 4. Okay, so this is how the left side of the merge, whenever I call the merge, the left side looks something like this and the right side looks something like this. Okay, so a quick question. So generally while merging, how do you do this? Let's think, how do you do this? While merging, you generally try like this. You take 2 pointers, correct? You take 2 pointers. Now what you can say is, what you can definitely say is, this 2 is greater than this 1, so you'll take up this one, correct? But this 2 is not greater than this one, like not, this 2 is not greater than twice of 1. That's not correct. So you cannot count this, you cannot count this, right? You cannot count this. So if you're using a merge, like while merging, the process that you used was you took 1, then you moved to 3, then you compared 3 and 2, then you took 2, then you moved 2, then you compared 3 and 5. So you basically took 3 and then you moved ahead, then again you compared 3 and 5, you took 3, again moved, then you compared 4 and 5, you took 4, and then you moved this, and then you took 5 9 12. That's how you did the merge. That's how you did the merge. That's how you did the merge, na? Hayana. Is the way you did merge, right? So if I ask, can this method be applied? No, because this method will never give you an answer. So can I say, like the first thing that I can think of in my brain is, I definitely know that method will not give, but can I use the property that this guy is sorted and this guy is sorted? Can I use the property? If I think, one thing I know for sure is, this is the left side and this is the right side. That is for sure I know. So one of the conditions, that's I lesser than j, is maintained. One of the conditions, that's one I lesser than j, is maintained. But I definitely cannot use count inversions because if I take 1, I know that I cannot take 2. That is not a part of my count. So instead of that, can I say, what do I require? Logically, what do I require? I require someone who's greater than twice of 1, or someone who's greater than 2. So can I say, if I do a binary search on upper bound, if I do a binary search of 2, the binary search will automatically point to over here. The binary search, the upper bound, since it's a sorted, since the left is sorted, the binary search automatically points over here. Can I say that everything to the right of 5 will be greater than 5? I can definitely say that everything to the right of 5 will be greater than 5. And if that's the case, yes, and if that's the case, can I say I can take 3 elements that pairs off with 1, because 5 comma 1, 9 comma 1, 12 comma 1. Can I say all these can be pairs? Can I do this on binary search? The answer will be yes, Striver, you're correct. I can do a binary search. Next time I come to 3, I do a binary search on 2, that's 6, upper bound of 6. That will point to here. So I can say everything to the right of the 9 will be greater. So 2 elements. So again plus 2. So I can do a binary search for every element on the right to figure out how many elements can be there. Right? Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? Is the binary search approach clear? Because I'm going to build up on this binary search. Is this binary search approach clear? Is this binary search approach clear? Sir, why don't you prepare for GATE or any higher studies? गेट करके जो जॉब मिलता है उसका मैं बहुत ज़्यादा कमा रहा हूँ, तो मैं क्यों करूँ गेट जाके 2 साल अपना और जाके फूकू पढ़ाई करूँ, क्यों करना है? मैं उससे बहुत ज़्यादा कमा लेता हूँ अभी. स्पेसिफिकली इफ यू डू अ गेट यू गोना एंड अप एट द सेम जॉब. बीटेक के बाद अगर तुम एसडी अमेजन में ही होते हो, गेट के बाद भी एसडी अमेजन हो गए. हाँ, पीएचडी वगैरह करना है तो भाई अलग बात है. इफ यू वांट टू डू अ रिसर्च देन दैट्स डिफरेंट थिंग, बट आई एम नॉट अ रिसर्च गाय. आई वांट टू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स, आई वांट टू कोड. Okay, so everyone has understood binary search, but I already know that merge sort takes log n. So the merging step took n. So in that merging step, if I include another log n, so that's n log n into log n, which will give TLE, which will give TLE. Okay, that's gonna give TLE. So since everyone has understood. I don't love machine learning. Since everyone has understood, Abhishek, you can just go back and rewatch it. Okay, so it'll give you TLE. So I cannot use n log n into log n. How can I optimize that? So I'll use this fact. अरे भाई स्पैम मत करो यार, पढ़ाने दो, बाद में कमेंट्स पढ़ लेंगे, पढ़ाने दो. So can I say this? If I have 1, and if the upper bound points here, can I say if I have 1 and for 1 the upper bound points at the first index? So can I definitely say for 3 the upper bound will always point either at 1, like either at the previous upper bound or to the right of that? I repeat, if for 1 the upper bound points at index 1, then for this value 3 the upper bound is definitely going to point at index 1 or right of it, at least not before index 1. How many of you agree this? How many of you agree with this? भाई जिनको TLE का मतलब नहीं पता, LeetCode Hard मत करो. LeetCode Hard तुम्हारे लिए नहीं है. I mean, if you agree with this, get me yes, so that I can actually reduce my algorithm from log n, because we are doing a binary search which adds log n. I want to have an amortized complexity so that gets reduced. Yeah, Saturday with Striver में पूछा करो ये सब questions. Saturday with Striver is when you can ask me any questions. Agreed? Agreed to everyone? Okay. Is everyone agreeing? Okay. Everyone, I don't say yes from everyone. Okay. So can I say this, that what if I run a pointer? I run 2 pointers. First, I am at 1. So figure out where will the upper bound be using pointer. Just use pointer. Is this the upper bound? No. Is this the upper bound? Yes. Point it. Perfect. So I got the upper bound for this. Can I say I have 3 elements? Perfect. I have 3 elements. Next, move this. Now you know either it will be 5. It's not 5. So again move the pointer. At 9, you say yes. This is the upper bound now. So 2 elements. Perfect. Move. You're at over here, you're over here, right? We are over here. So if we are over here, we have a 3. So can I again say, wherever it is pointing, that is the upper bound. So please add 2 without moving this pointer. Now you move here. Again I say, wherever you are, that's the upper bound. So again add 2. So you ended up going and you automatically got your stuff, because it was a normal pointer which kept on moving, and it stopped at here. Makes sense? Without login I did it, without login, because a pointer, probably for the first time it might move 2 steps, then it might move 1 step, then it might move 1 more step, then it might move 0 step. So I can say throughout, not login every time, throughout it's an amortized complexity of big O of n. Throughout it's an amortized complexity of big O of n. So it's a big O of n amortized complexity instead of a log n. It's a big O of an amortized complexity. Is this clear to everyone? Upper bound will always return the next greater. Has everyone got this? I need a yes from everyone. Has everyone got this? तो काउंट तो रिपीट ही होगा ना. इस नंबर के लिए अलग पेयर बनेंगे, इस नंबर के लिए अलग पेयर, इस नंबर के लिए अलग पेयर. नहीं है समझ? Did you not get this? Did you not get this? Amortized is when I say that throughout it's O of n. Like यहाँ पे तुमने देखा, पहले तुमने सिर्फ इतनी मूवमेंट की, फिर एक मूव किया, फिर मूव ही नहीं किया, तो तुम बोल रहे हो कि कभी मैं 2 स्टेप मूव किया हूं. लाइक जैसे 30 दिन है तुम्हारे पास, आज तुम 1 सवाल किए, कल 2 किए, परसों 15 किए, नेक्स्ट दिन फिर 2 करने लगे, फिर 3 करने लगे, तो तुम बोलते हो 1 महीने में तुमने 100 प्रॉब्लम किया, तो तुम बोलोगे एमोटाइज्ड एन है. तुम ये नहीं बोलोगे कि, मतलब अगर तुम ऐसे कर रहे हो, समझो, एमोटाइज्ड इज बेसिकली समथिंग लाइक दिस. फॉर डे इक्वल टू 1, day lesser than equal to 30, day plus plus. Okay, let's understand amortized. So if I write this, and then if I say solve problems till 100, but you're not sure that you're always solving till 100. So will you say the number of problems, like if you say counter is equal to 0 and you're saying solve problems till counter is lesser than equal to 100, okay? Throughout. So can you say that the total number of problems solved in a month is 30 into 100? No, because I'm saying जब भी 100 पहुंच जाओ रुक जाना. इसका मतलब आज 1 किए, कल 2 किए, कल 3 किए, तो इसको amortized बोलते हैं. तुम एक दिन में भी कर सकते हो 100, समझ रहे हो? So this is what we call as amortized. So have you understood the meaning of amortized? We cannot call it 30 into 100. Either instead we call it 30 days and 100 problems. 30 plus 100. This is what we call as amortized complexity. Got this? So I give you a very naive example. Like when there are number of operations piling up, we basically tend to call it amortized. Have you got this? Have you got this amortized का फंडा? हर दिन तुम 100 नहीं कर रहे हो सकता है कोई दिन 100 कर लो, बट अपर कैप 100 है, 30 दिन में टोटल 100 अपर कैप है, समझ रहे हो? Have you got this amortized का concept? Over here we got an amortized complexity, right? So I'll try to write the merge shot. Okay, I'll try to write the merge shot now. Unat, we are just doing it. I'll show you in the code. The moment I start writing the code, I think it should be clear. Yes. Pranjal is correct. Okay, so let's code this. So I have a nums. Okay, I have a nums. No, it was login per element. आयुष, इट वाज log n पर एलिमेंट, हर एलिमेंट के लिए तुम अपर बाउंड log n निकाल रहे थे, तो इट वाज n into log n, right? And now it's n because it's an amortized n. So I'll show you in the code. I'll show you in the code, you'll understand. Don't worry, I'll show you in the code. Okay. I'll show you in the code, it'll get much more clear. So if I have something like this, and I write void merge sort, and I write int low, int okay. So we can have a merge over here, and we can just call the merge function with the low, the mid, the high, and the nums. Okay. So I'm first writing the merge short. Okay. I'm first writing the merge short, then I can explain you. So void merge, and I can say I have a low, I have a mid, I have a high, I have a num. So can I say that the first, let's have a temporary writing the merge short, simple merge short here. If you don't know merge short, you can leave the class. Uh, okay, so this is what I'll take, and if that's the case, I'll say temporary, can you please take nums of left, and then you can do a plus plus, or else temporary, can you take please pushback of nums right, and then you can do a plus plus, and if at the end, if there is something left on the left, why don't you take that up, guys? So please take temp dot pushback of temporary nums left plus plus. Similarly, if there is something left on the right, why don't you take that temporary dot push back of nums right plus plus, and at the end, yeah, that's at the end, just make sure you have int low to int high. Again, I'm not explaining this. This is a classical merge short. It's a classical merge short. You can just do it on yourself. Number I, temporary I minus low, and it'll automatically make sure the merge short is done. Okay, so just to check if the merge short is working or not, like, I'll return a 0. I'll have to print this number just to see, just to confirm if the merge short is working fine. Okay, so let's quickly do a, okay, yeah, merge short is working fine. Merge short is working fine. देख रहे हो? Look at my accuracy. एक बार मैं syntax free code लिखता हूँ. Okay, so merge short is written. Now, what's the funda? Like I can definitely keep a counter variable. Like as of now, I'll keep it as a normal global variable, and then I'll teach you how to return this global variable, like how to convert this into a normal one. So I can say over here, probably I can say I'll insert my counting function. Insert my counting function. So initially what I was doing was I was basically going from mid plus 1, like on the right side of the array, and plus plus, and I was doing nothing but I was saying counter, why don't you do an upper underscore bound and on what, on nums plus mid plus 1, sorry, on nums plus low comma nums plus mid plus 1, right? That is what I was saying. And how much do you need to search for? You need to search for nums I, right? And whenever you're doing an upper bound, nums dot low is what you need to subtract, so you can say low. So that is automatically like you'll automatically get the count if you're just doing this. This will definitely give you the count. So this is perfect. Like you can just return the count. Like if you run the code, this is okay. Oh. Okay, so basically you do a nums minus begin, and that will basically give you the index. And if you do a low, that will basically give you from low se kitna elements hai. And yeah, I think that should work. Oh 13 आ गया क्यों भाई? अच्छा, this will give you the index of this guy. This will give you the index of that guy. And the number of elements will always be counter plus equal to if it is an index that it is giving, okay, so it will always be mid minus index plus 1. Yeah, anyway, mid minus index plus 1. Yeah, so if you see, like if I've written this code and if I do a submit, runtime error kuch aa gaya. Yeah, runtime error. Okay, undefined 2 into acha overflow. It's 2 into this is overflowing, that's why. Anyways, you can just convert this into a long guy. It's basically overflowing, guys. It's basically overflowing. I hope you understand basically what's the meaning. Overflow बाद में कर लेना भी ठीक. तो अभी देखो, this is basically overflowing. Now what is the time complexity? N into log n. N into log n. That's the main problem. That's an overflow. This is where I say I'll introduce an amortize. See how mid plus 1, I lesser than equal to high, and I plus plus. Over here I am saying that let's say the initial upper bound, like the initial upper bound, I can definitely say that the initial upper bound can be the first element, which is the low, because the left, if I say which is the array, it's from low to mid, and where's the second part? It's from mid plus 1 till high, right? That is how it is, like low to mid. So I can say initially upper bound is at low. Now what can I do is while very important, while this upper bound doesn't crosses the mid and doesn't crosses the mid and what can I write? If array of nums of upper bound is greater than, probably you can keep a long for that reason, 2 into 1 ll into what? Nums of your I, right? And if this is the case, like if the other way around is the case, what I'll do is I'll shift upper bound plus plus, and once I've done this, can I say my counter will automatically, yes, can I say my counter will automatically add this? कितना ऐड करेगा सोचो? Can I say my counter will automatically add mid minus upper bound plus 1? Yes. So if I just now erase it, will this run? Let's see. चल जाना चाहिए. So this is amortized because every time your while loop is not running for n, कभी 1 चला, कभी 2 चला, कभी 3 चला, कुल मिला के n चला. So n plus n, right? N plus n. So if I just give it a submit, I'm not sure if this will work. Let's see. Runtime error ना है, बाकी चल जाना चाहिए. Yeah, it ran. Okay, so now coming across. This is something which I did not do. I did something like this. Okay? Now coming across, what optimizations else can I do? Int count. Int count. Is this necessary? No. How can I make, like, by the way, समझ में आ गया क्या? By the way, did you understand this? Do you understand this? Did you understand this? Okay, so faster than 5.05. Ignore that. अगर मैं फिर से सबमिट करूंगा देखोगे अलग आएगा. So just ignore LeetCode. If I submit it again, okay, 5.05 इस प्रॉब्लम के लिए एक्यूरेट है. तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए एक्यूरेट नहीं होता, इसलिए I don't like, just see over here, 2356 1889 millisecond, 2356 1391 millisecond. Same code I'm submitting. It's giving 3 different runtime. So don't focus on LeetCode's runtime. It's cheating करता है मतलब cheater है वो. Okay, so now what are the optimizations? Will this be a good code in an interview? No, this is definitely not going to be a good code. Always try to have these things in some other function. Okay, so I'll just tell you how to make this better. So basically count conditional. So I can say int low, int high. Always have this in other ones. Never ever have this, because every function has its own meaning. Okay, if you're doing an interview, this is what the interviewer will always look for. You should always dictate everything to an, I hope you understand what I'm meaning to say. You should always dictate everything to a function. Okay, that's the first thing that you should always do in an interview. And over here you can just return the count, and over here you can keep a count as 0 instead of a global variable, and I can remove this. And now what you can say is go back over here, have a count, like you can have over here int c equal to 0, right? And you can just see यहाँ से भी जो आया, यहाँ से जो आया, and बाकी इधर से जो आया conditional low, mid, high, nums, and then return that c. Okay, so now you can directly return this count. So if I just now run it, oh, क्या हो गया? What's the problem? Yeah, always follow single responsibility function. Always. It should always be single responsibility function. Okay, so see, the moment I had this count instead of a global variable, it started increasing. That's why always it's better that if you have these kind of things, like don't use global variables, tends to, I hope I understand what I'm meaning to say, right? So yeah, always follow single, जो किसी ने बोला भी उतना तो मुझे वर्ड्स के बारे में अच्छे से पता नहीं, बट या whatever someone said, just try to follow that condition. I'll always help you to get a better code. Okay, something like this line is also repetitive. So in an interview, if you're writing, just try to have this. Just try to have this too. Like always, like if you're normally solving, don't do it. But if you're doing in an interview, always try to do it. Always, yeah. Okay, always try to do it. Because it's a repetitive code, right? So if you write a put remaining, it gives you a fair bit of idea, and you can just put this on. So always try it, like if you're doing an interview, these things catch interviewers' eyes. And because generally when you give an interview, let me tell you on what basis are you judged. So generally you are judged on a basis of code quality. There is one thing that is code quality. Second thing is communication, where I say speak as much as you can. The third thing is generally algorithmic, like problem solving skills. How did you solve the problems? Basically they see, did you directly jump to the answer? Did you, like over here you should have come from upper bound. That is where the solution's intuition is. So problem solving should start from upper bound, then you should optimize it. So these three are code quality is very important. If you just try to write a single code in a function, they will probably say you 0, like probably 4 out of 10. But if you do it on multiple functions, they'll give you 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, which is very, very essential if there are a lot of candidates appearing for a single role. Okay? Welcome. He's solving. Yeah, I'm solving hard LeetCode problems, which people generally don't solve in life. I've solved 3 problems, 3 submitted एक बार में. ना मतलब हाँ. Takes a lot, man. Now tell me one thing before leaving. 2 hours if you would have invested by yourself, 10 to 12 would have. तुम लोग 3 सवाल करते? Straight forward बताना. Just tell me one thing. What have you done? Verify question, verify test cases. Yeah, always. Always make sure when the interviewer tells you about the question, tell him 2 or 3 test cases and ask him that have you understood the question properly, or is this the answer for so and so test case. Ask him from your side. Okay, overall complexity. So overall complexity, see, this is log n, so every time you're doing a log n, so you're doing an n over here in the merge, n over here, so it's a 2n into log n. Okay, so count conditional is a complexity of n plus n amortized, you can call it as n. So count conditional is n, merge is n, so that's a 2n, and this recursive is log n, so it's a 2n log n. Okay, तो जब मेरे साथ करते हो ना सेशंस, लीड कोड साइड में खोल के रखना चाहिए ऑलवेज. एक में मेरे को रखो, एक में लीड कोड रखो. मैं जैसे कोड कर रहा हूँ, समझा रहा हूँ, खुद ही कोड करो, तो उससे क्या होगा, यू विल आल्सो एंजॉय. जस्ट डोंट सिट बैक एंड हाँ भैया कर रहे मैं देखूंगा. नहीं, हैव अ लीड कोड रेडी. द प्रॉब्लम दैट आई एम डूइंग, ओपन इट. इफ आई एम कोडिंग, यू आल्सो कोड फ्रॉम योर एंड. ठीक है, उसका मिला लो प्रॉब्लम्स भैया से, हाँ कहाँ कहाँ गलती हो रही है, बस हो गया. ऐसे ही तो करना है. एंड आई कैन बेट यू पूरे मतलब यूट्यूब पे अभी तो कोई ये नहीं कर रहा है कि सिर्फ हार्ड उठा के कर रहे हैं. जैसे गूगल के क्वेश्चंस हो गए, आई जनरली प्रेफर गूगल के क्वेश्चन. मेरे को कम करने देते हैं लोग, क्योंकि अमेजन के करने पे यहाँ पे 300 का वॉचिंग होगा इफ आई सॉल्व अमेजन क्वेश्चन. एज ऑल गूगल क्वेश्चन बहुत लोग सोचते हैं हमारा औकात के बारे नहीं करेंगे. एंड इफ यू सी, आई स्टार्टेड विद एक्सेप्टेंस रेट एज लो एज 18%. आई कुड हैव गॉन, यहाँ देखो मैं यहाँ से भी उठा सकता था 44. लाइक यू विल बी लाइक इतने आप भैया क्यों करके रखे हो. I always solve hard problems. That is what I always do. I don't solve easy problems. So I'll also prefer you to do that. If you are solving from LeetCode, always try to solve hard problems. That will always teach you something. See, get out of your comfort zone. Then only you will learn. If you stick back to your comfort zone, कभी सीखने तो नहीं वाले हो. How many have I solved at LeetCode? I don't think I've solved a lot. I don't think I've solved a lot. Yeah, 315. थोड़ा एक्सेप्टेंस रेट मीडियम में, हार्ड में थोड़ा कम है, इजी में मीडियम में ठीक है, हार्ड में थोड़ा कम है, उसको बढ़ाना पड़ेगा, बट ठीक है. This is when I created the tree series, so a lot of green. This is when I created videos. Otherwise, I've specifically solved before, not now, before. Cool. We have, okay, by the way guys, before leaving, I'll quickly do an so please make sure like the stream यार, like the stream like कर दो यार. मतलब बहुत मेहनत से करता हूँ यार, ऑफिस के बाद आके आप लोग के लिए, मतलब मेरे लिए भी है बट आप लोग के लिए भी है, दोनों के लिए है. स्ट्रीम करना बहुत टफ होता है यार. ओके, सो आई विल जस्ट क्विकली गिव द लास्ट, ये वाला मैं बता देता हूँ. So a lot of people were asking me मैं क्या करता हूँ, तो मैं थोड़ा सा everyone like you can drop if you have completed, but yeah. So I'll just give you a quick introduction about myself if you don't know me. So a lot of people are asking me, so I'll give you. So basically, my name is Raj Vikramaditya. I'm known as Striver in the programming community. Go to YouTube and write Striver. You'll get to know about me, everything. So I'm a competitive programmer. I've been working at Media.net from the last 1 year as a software engineer. Prior to this, I was working at Amazon. Also, I'm a candidate master at Code Forces, a 6-star at CodeChef. I've been teaching from the last 2 years. Prior to this, I was teaching at GFG, and I'm teaching here. I also make a lot of YouTube videos where I have 1 lakh plus subscribers. You can check out my channel again. The subjects that I primarily take are competitive programming, DS Algo, C++, interview preparation. Okay. Also, there is this wonderful career as a developer subscription. Now, I'll definitely recommend you this because it will hardly be $8.99 पूरे साल का है. So I'm planning a lot of sessions, like I and other creators are planning a lot of sessions, like mock interviews हो गए आपका, काफी और sessions हो गए. So basically, if you feel that if you have an interview, you can come up to us and say, please take our mock interview. We will take your mock interview over there on the platform where we will give you feedbacks. If you want a resume review, we will do that. If you want your projects to be reviewed, we will review that. So it's basically a software developer subscription. Apart from me, there are a lot of people. So whoever you follow, you can definitely join. Just make sure you use the coupon code Striver in order to get the 10% discount. So that 999 ki jagah you'll get it at 899. Okay. Also, like I am taking on this Friday, that's probably tomorrow, like day after tomorrow, 10 p.m. I'm gonna take a show which is for college projects. I'm gonna give you specific ideas about CASE projects you can make for college. Like if you're a competitive programmer or a DSA guy, what kind of projects can you make so that thoda jaldi ho jaye. But if you're someone who is deep into development, I can also give you ideas for that. Also, I'll be reviewing your projects. Also, I'll be reviewing some other projects from other people, like other people who have created projects. I'll also review them so that you get a fair bit of idea कि कैसे प्रोजेक्ट्स लोग बनाते हैं, क्या इंप्रूवमेंट चाहिए, क्या एक इंटरव्यूअर देखते हैं, क्योंकि आई ऑल्सो टेक इंटरव्यूज, आई ऑल्सो चेक आउट द प्रोजेक्ट्स. दिस हैपेंस एट फ्राइडे 10 PM. अगेन एक ही सब्सक्रिप्शन के अंडर आता है 899 इफ यू यूज द कूपन कोड स्ट्राइवर. तो चेकआउट कर लेना. ऑल्सो माई बैच इज गोइंग ऑन. इफ यू आर समवन हु इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर कोडिंग राउंड्स एंड लाइक इफ यू फील दैट लीड कोड से नहीं हो रहा है, यू वांट advanced algorithms like graphs, trees, DP in trees, dynamic programming, fenwick trees, segment trees. We haven't started yet. We're just at number theory, so you can definitely join in. You'll get the like all the previous classes that has happened, all the notes, everything I'll be providing you. So you'll get everything if you join now. It has started on August 1, completely in English. And just make sure you check this out. For checking this out, you have to take an Unacademy subscription. उसके लिए फिर से Striver का कूपन कोड यूज करोगे तो आ जाएगा. I'll give you like every Saturday, Sunday I take classes. So even if you're a working professional, you can definitely try this out. Also, if you haven't checked out the Telegram channel of this particular channel, it will be in the description. You can check it out. At last, if you're new to this channel, do consider subscribing. Subscribe कर दो. And अगर like नहीं किया स्ट्रीम को तो लास्ट बार बोल रहा हूँ लाइक कर देना. इसी के साथ रैप अप करते हैं आज का सेशन. बाय बाय गाइस. बाय बाय. टाटा. यार अपनों से क्या यार, 899 for 12 months, it's not something that I'm taking, right? See, if you want to come, that's your wish. No one is forcing you. I'm doing a lot of streams over here for free also. You can attend. चैनल पड़ा है, सब कुछ फ्री है भाई. माने आओ, नहीं माने तो आओ, नहीं माने तो मत आओ. दैट्स योर विश. अगर तुमको चाहिए कि मेरे को पर्सनली कोई रिव्यू करे तो भाई ऑब्वियसली हजारों बंदों में पर्सनल रिव्यू चाहिए तो देयर इज अ कॉस्ट टू दैट, राइट? ओके गाइस, बाय बाय, टेक केयर.